Hey guys, this is Mr. Latours over here at the Mount Juliet Library. Going to be doing another book talk, and that's going to be Go Ask Alice. This book at the very beginning sets a very dark tone, which is kind of like going to follow it all throughout the book. She talks about losing interest, gaining weight, and by page 3 we get the attitude that Alice is a very, very complicated person. As both a teacher and a parent, this book has had a very strong emotional impact. The book itself is basically going to be a journal about a girl getting involved in drug use and the various rabbit holes that she's going to go through. She starts keeping this diary at the age 15, and in the diary she talks about things that all 15-year-old girls deal with: crushes on boys, losing weight, becoming a woman, social acceptance, and trying to relate to your parents. All these pressures are going to show how easy it is for kids to get attracted to the use of drugs to dealing with these problems. Over here we've got an updated version of the book cover, and I love that over there where it talks at the very top how a lot of teenagers take drugs and run away, and a lot of these kids just never come back. I very strongly recommend that parents read this book before their kids do it, or read it with the kids, because it deals with a lot of mature topics. Like most kids, Alice just wants to fit in. When she's invited to a party, she jumps at the chance to do so, gets involved in a game called Button, Who's Got the Button, and she's sitting there drinking soda when all of a sudden she starts to feel strange and her mind starts to wander on. That's because she's one of the kids who has the button. About half of the kids who were served soda had it laced with LSD. From that point on, her life is going to be dealing with drugs and the various rabbit holes that are associated with that. It's a great song by Jefferson Airplane called White Rabbit, which talks about one of the experiences that Alice has in taking LSD and one of the trips that she goes through. Some of the rabbit holes that she's forced to deal with are being harassed at school, her family and herself being threatened, physical and mental damage being done to her body as a result of drug use, and the end result is she's going to be committed to a psychiatric hospital. The very end of the book, the epilogue, is very powerful. The subject of the book dies 3 weeks after her decision not to keep another diary. Her parents come home and find her dead. They call the police, they call a hospital. There's nothing that can be done. Was it an overdose? Was it a premeditated overdose? We'll never know. What's important is the fact that she's one of thousands of kids who's going to die from drug use. How did she pass? Was it done on purpose or not? Sadly, the only answer to that question is to go ask Alice. Very powerful.